Welcome to the special interview on Revsportz. I'm Sneashish Mukherjee, and along with me today, my guest is Ahilya Chandel. Yes, she is a Japanese woman cricketer, but recently she got more known to India because she had a stint in Delhi Capitals camp. In the ongoing WPL, Delhi Capitals have been doing pretty well. Another final in back to back three finals in 3 seasons. Hopefully, they can win the maiden title this time around. But this season, when it comes to the preparation of Delhi Capitals, this woman played a huge role at the initial stage as a net bowler. So Alia, thank you for joining with us and take some out for us. So obviously, my first question is that about that Delhi Capitals team. What was the learnings that you managed to get, and how was the experience? And is there any specific message that Coach Jonathan Beatty or the whole management gave you regarding that stint of yours?
Yeah, so the recent stint with Delhi Capitals, it was such an amazing experience, and I gained a lot of insights, learnings, and my own new learnings about myself as well. For me, I'd probably say when training with the girls and with the coaches, that there gave me a lot of new experiences and learnings. As I was there as a net bowler, left arm pacer, I really wanted to work and develop on, how to use my variations accordingly and when. And I did have a conversation with Jonathan in regards to how to bowl to certain type of batters. Like you have Shafali Verma, who's more aggressive in approach, versus like Jemimah, who's a bit more, plays around, takes a time, and then starts attacking. So, he gave me good tips that, I should just watch out on, how they're playing, what weaknesses they have. But yeah, I think that was my main learning about when to use and how to effectively use those variations. I did ask him about, my line and length, how it was, and he said that it was pretty good. So yeah, and overall the experience was really fun and great.
Yes, absolutely. And can you tell us the process, like how DC get the connection with you, like how you came to know DC looking for such opportunity? Can you share with the process?
Yes, so actually the management of DC and Japan Cricket, they've been in contact to create a partnership. And so I was there as that first, I guess, like step and journey. But how I received the information was that Japan Cricket, contacted me and they asked if I wanted to jump onto this opportunity, and I immediately said yes. I was like, yes. I'm going to take it. So
Yes, absolutely, a huge opportunity. And who doesn't want to be a part of WPL in any role, obviously.
yeah.
And currently, I think Ahila, you are in Australia because you played a lot of, I think, club cricket in Sydney, and you are currently
Yeah.
in Sydney. So the infrastructure of Australian cricket. We all know, when it comes to women's cricket, Australia is a kind of the best team, we can say, regarding
Yeah.
their achievements and all. So you were in the DC camp also. You saw the infrastructure here also in India. So can you tell us about the basic difference between them, or anything similarity that you observed between two infrastructure in Australia and India?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, the infrastructure is pretty same and similar. With the trainings and the formats and the game, and even the way coaches, teach and guide the players, I think it's quite the same. Even I know, like, Australia is probably, the top cricketing team in the world, and being a part of even like the state pathway system, the rigorous training, you have to train in the fielding, bowling, and every aspect, mental game as well. And even just being there with the DC girls, it was quite same. They had quite good management and solid foundations when it comes to training, talking to the players, the game sense, game approach. So yeah, it was pretty similar. Just, I guess, different culture environments would probably only be the difference.
Yes, I think it's a very good point, because most of the time when it comes to the world stage, we often discuss about the infrastructure that Australia have and compared to the other countries have. So I think, as you mentioned, that is quite similar. I think now most of the fans know that India are also going in a right direction when it comes to the infrastructure and all. So that's a
Yeah.
very good point. Yes, but another question that having stars I will say legends like Madison Cap and Meg Lanning in the DC camp. How does how inspirational was it for you? To see them practicing and all, and any advice that they gave to you regarding your preparation and all.
Yeah, so being able to be in the same environment as some of the top class cricketers was such an amazing experience. I think the most inspiring thing to me was probably their work ethic, the hard yards they put into their bowling, fielding. Even when they talk to each other, the coaches, they always want to learn. They always want to make their skills and themselves better. And I think it's really good to see, even like for me, and to even bring it back to like my Japan cricket teammates, that even if we're on a bit of a different level, everyone is still working to be the best possible, versions of an athlete that they can possibly be. So I think that was the most striking and inspirational thing I saw. They worked incredibly hard, and it was amazing to see.
Yes, yes, and you got the opportunity to work with, I think, Nikki Prasad also. Nikki recently won that under 19 World Cup for India. So how good to see a young girl, winning that World Cup for the country and now getting an opportunity. And she did pretty well in whatever opportunity she got for DC as of now. So how do you see that? A young girl getting that type of opportunity in a tournament like WPL.
I think it's such an amazing achievement, especially for her age as well. I was fortunate enough to, have a conversation about with her, and seeing her train behind the scenes, and even talking to her on just like a normal human level. She's such a down-to-earth person, but she puts so much hard yard behind her cricket, and she has so much passion and desire. And it's really nice to see, young girls still having that passion and desire to achieve to the most highest possible level that they can.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, this is a very light question. Who is the most funniest character that you have found in the DC camp, and who is the most serious character that you have found?
A funniest character, I would say, in DC is Tanya Bhatia.
Tanya Bhatia. Okay.
She cracks some jokes sometimes that's just like out of nowhere, and it's so spontaneous and funny. The most serious, I would say Marizana Cap. Sometimes she's quite serious, yeah. A bit intimidating, but when you conversate with her, she's all good.
She's all good. Okay, it's lovely to know. But okay, now it's come to the tournament. I think DC, as you know, that DC have qualified for the finals. I think that you were keeping an eye and in the yesterday's match also. So RCB won that game, and now DC in the final. You all know that in 3 seasons they have made to the finals, but unfortunately they are yet to win the maiden title. How do you see that? Do you think third time lucky, this time DC is going to win or not? What do you think?
I mean, third time is the lucky charm. So hopefully, obviously, I hope they win. I just think that going into the finals, if they can keep doing what they're doing, and keep practicing hard and stay as a team and really just have that clear mind and clear goal, I think they can win it. I don't think that, they lack in any sort of skills. They have everything, and I think they're such a good unit as well. So I definitely think they have a definite chance this year to win and bring back a title. So
Yes. Okay, now we have to move the ship to your personal growth as a cricketer, and obviously for Japan cricket also. So Ahilya, can you tell us the journey, that how you came into the game, from which age you came into the game, and obviously was it your first visit to India, because you have a connection with India not because of WPL, by birth you have a connection. So can you share the story, and was it your first visit? How did you like India, and obviously how did you came into the cricketing journey? Can you share with us?
yeah, so I think I started playing cricket around when I was 8 years old. Obviously started with backyard cricket, and then boys cricket, and then into women's cricket. But I got into the game because of Dad. So Dad is Indian. He plays cricket himself, and he still plays till this day. He also played soccer, but I think he had more passion and desire in cricket, so he passed that on to me. And so ever since then, I've been on my cricketing journey till now. And yeah, I have been to India before, because I have family there.
Yes.
So yes, I do have connections back home with family and all. But yeah, my cricketing journey, I've been playing here in Sydney since I was quite young. So I've been in the whole Australian system pathway. Besides that, my dad also has helped me. He would train me besides, the normal training with grade cricket. But yeah.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay, and I was going through, that your career stats and all, and found out about that double hat trick that you took against China. So, what was the experience, in that moment? Can you share with us? Because it is a very rare, achievement that very few cricketers have managed to do. So, what was the experience about that thing? Can you tell us?
So yeah, actually during that game, I came in the death over, the last over, I believe so, and I knew we had 4 wickets left,
Yeah,
to take. And
should be.
honestly, I was just thinking, these are the last 4 wickets. You just need to bowl the best deliveries you possibly can. So yeah, I bowled, the first ball, dot ball, then the next ball, caught,
Yes.
and then it started, tumbling. But honestly,
One, two,
after
three,
every
four.
wicket, I just started to go back to clear mindset and then bowl the
Yeah.
ball. But yeah, when I took up 4 wickets and double hat trick, I was like kind of in shock. I was like, oh my gosh, like double hat trick, that's a very rare thing, to achieve. But then I quickly kind of snapped out of it because we had to bat. So the game wasn't over yet, but it was such a surreal moment.
Yes, absolutely. A very rare achievement that many few cricketers have achieved. So that's a very big congratulations again for that. But moving on, yeah. But moving on, I love. What about the cricket love? I love for the cricket, especially for the women's cricket when it comes to Japan, because when it comes to broadcasting facilities or maybe fan support. How do you see the growth of women's cricket specifically in Japan currently?
Yeah, so from when I debuted in 2022 to now, I've seen such a growth, especially in facility wise. I know Japan Cricket has been working hard and put the dedication to provide the best facilities, grounds, training, nets that they possibly can give to us, as well as with broadcasting and sponsors. It's been such an important part for our growth, especially with our sponsors like MKI and Mizuno. It's really nice to see like big Japanese company, supporting us in cricket. That gives us a really, more motivation to do better and to, grow cricket as a mainstream sport in Japan, if, that possibly can happen. And I think as well, we have tournaments like WJPL. So that has been able to help us to also extend and invite, foreign players to help us grow and to also gain that, international fan base supports and attention to just grow our cricket, in general.
Yes, absolutely. But Ahila, what I observed that mostly Japan countries like Japan play the T20s mostly, not like ODIs and all. So how do you see that? Do you think that they have to put some effort more to play like ODIs, because one day is kind of a game that can help you as a growth as a cricketing nation. So how do you see that thing?
I do know that back in 2003, Japan
Yes,
did play, an
yes,
ODI.
yes.
But
After
they never
that,
sent.
no ODIs. Yes.
Yes. So
Mm.
at the moment, yes, we're just playing T20s, and I think maybe in the future there could be opportunity for us to play the ODIs. You never know what the future holds for anyone. But I think in order to get to that, we as a team and Japan Cricket, we all need to work hard to achieve that goal. And I think our first focus, should be the T20 games that we have, to increase our skills, develop, as an individual and as a team member, and to keep performing and have that consistent performance. I think if we can have, that consistent performance and keep working hard with our skills and have the support from Japan Cricket, I think we can get better and possibly, maybe in the futures be in some ODI games.
Absolutely. And as a sporting nation, Japan always takes the Olympics very seriously when it comes to athletes and all. So now we all know that cricket is being, included in Olympics, in coming years. So do you think that can be a, extra motivation for Japan cricket to get, more infrastructure, more involvement in the cricket? Because Olympics, Japan, and obviously they will want to see their team also in that stage also. What do you think?
When we heard about that cricket is coming back into the Olympics, we were all really excited. And I think it has been one big part of our desires to be better. I think that's given us a big motivation to work more harder. So, every time we have training or competition, we also focus that there are other bigger, opportunities that we can possibly go into. I think it's such an exciting, moment to find out that cricket's back into the Olympics. So for us to, get to that level, we need to work really hard as a team to get there.
Yes, absolutely. So good to know. Okay, my last two questions, Alia, and it's regarding Delhi Capitals again. What about, tell me about something, Jemimah Rodriguez. In India, she looks, she is one kind of a batter that everyone looks up. And what we as a fan outside, we always see that she's a very, funny character. I will not say funny, someone who always jails with everyone, keeps the dressing room happy. That kind of a person she is. So how do you see her? You have been in the camp with her. How do you see her, and how does Jemimah prepares herself before a game? Can you tell us?
Yeah, so Jemmy is such an amazing person, genuinely speaking from my heart. The first training session I joined, I saw her, batting. And she's such a great batter. She, puts such hard yards, and, every time she's in there batting, she's always thinking of ways how to play this certain bowler, what type of shots can I play. She's always thinking. But besides, cricket, as a person, she's such a down-to-earth person. She's funny. She's so talkative, and she's such a bubbly personality. I actually even said that to her face to face. I said, I've seen you on TV, batting, and even interviews, and sometimes you never know if people are also like that behind the scenes. But it was really nice to see that not only her, but everyone in the DC team is exactly the way you see them. So it was really nice to see everyone as a cricketer and as a normal human being.
Human being, yes, absolutely. Did Jamie invite you to the band they have in DC? Did
To the band, unfortunately, I don't play an instrument. Maybe I could be a backup dancer in the future. Who knows? But maybe I need to start playing the piano or something, ukulele.
Okay. My last question. Obviously you had a stint with now DC as a net bowler, but obviously I think you have a dream of playing WPL or maybe WPBL in coming days. Franchise league. So what about that? How you are planning to do that? What is the plan? And do you really think that because it will be a huge opportunity for you and obviously for Japan cricket to showcase the talent in that kind of a stage? How do you see that thing?
Yeah. I do definitely have dreams to play in these big franchises of WBBL and WPL. It's such a great platform as well. Not only to if I were to get in, I get to play alongside with top class cricketers, but I also get to grow as an individual with my skill sets. For me to get to that point, though, I have to work hard not only on my international cricket games, to perform consistently with the bowling and batting, training hard. And even here with like the cricket I've been playing here, even performing here is also a valuable experience, because sometimes we have some international cricketers or overseas cricketers that come over and play in our first grade and all. So I think absolutely, I have aspirations to play in those franchises, but for me to get there, I need to put in the hard yards and the efforts and make sure that I'm a consistent player, a reliable player as well. So
Yes. And for the final, whom do you want, GG or MI, Gujarat or Mumbai? Whom do you want?
I would say MI, because there's always a bit of a tension between DC and MI. So it would be nice to see.
Yes, beat one of the best teams and win the trophy. I think that will be fantastic. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Ahilya. It's been a really,
Thank you so much.
a fantastic, to have a chat with you, and hopefully DC wins this time around. And because you will also feel that you are part of that, you were a part of that camp, and you will also feel that proud that okay, DC have won this time around. And obviously, as personally, I want I will wish that more good things are waiting for you in Japan cricket. And obviously, in coming days, you can play in whichever franchise league. If it is WPL, I will be, I and more fans will be more than happy. So thank you once again. Thank you once again
Thank
for
you so
joining.
much.
Hopefully more good things are waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you.